I love growing in the subtropics. The summers are brilliant for tropical plants and the winters are great for temperate plants. There's a whole world of plants that you can experiment with. And today I'm in the Moreton Bay hinterland northwest of Brisbane. It's here near the Diagula Ranges that Jason Spotswood has been growing a food forest that's home to some rather unusual subtropical fruit trees.
So here we've got champagne loquat. Yeah, they're quite nice. Not as strong as a standard loquat, but still pretty good. Guamachama over here. They're fabulous, just coming out into fruit right now.
The mixed plantings of fruit trees aim to mimic the naturalistic setting of a forest.
So over here we've got the small leaf jaboticaba. Yeah, this is one of my favorite plants.
Now this is also known as Brazilian grape, isn't it? Because it's right. From Brazil.
From Brazil and the northern South America regions, yep. They're made for the subtropical climate because they do well with periods of dry and then lots of water. So you can use that to your advantage to get the fruiting. Just beautiful taste on these guys.
Well, you just grab one from the trunk, and I think that's what gets most people's attention. They fruit and flower directly from the trunk. They're cauliflorescent plants. Oh, really nice and sweet. But then when you start chewing on the skin a bit more, you get that kind of sour taste, a bit of both. It's complex. Yeah. But they're very Moorish, aren't they? Yeah. Thank goodness you can freeze them. Yes. Oh, exactly. So you can prolong your harvest. And I use them in smoothies. It's just great. You get all these antioxidants and stuff like that. And the seeds and everything just blend up. So over here, I've got another type of jaboticaba. It's the grimmel. And it's just beautiful, beautiful fruit. Have a taste compared to the small leaf. That's a big difference. Much sweeter. Yep. It's not as good for smoothies because it's got more pectin in it, so it can thicken up your smoothie. But eating out of hand, you can't beat it. That's great. Jason grew up in Canada, where the extreme winters made gardening a challenge. So you come from Canada. I originally come from London. Both of them are cold climates. Yeah. How did you react when you first landed in Australia? I was amazed about the possibilities. That was unreal as a Canadian. It started with a Washington navel. And I just couldn't believe that you could grow an orange, right? Which is so mundane in Australia when you look at everything else. But for me, that was something pretty special. Jason and his partner moved to the 2-hectare property 20 years ago. They built a home for their growing family, and Jason transformed the agricultural land around the house into this subtropical orchard. So another one I've got here is the canistel, otherwise known as the yellow sapote, and that's because it's best to eat the fruit when it's soft. Now, this is a fruit tree you don't see very widely grown. Yeah, I think it's in part because the flavor is not quite as a lot of other fruits. How would you describe it? So. Well, it was love at first bite, and it tastes like sweet pumpkin with a butterscotch undertone, and I just couldn't stop eating them. This is amazing. Yeah, nice. I find it's not as good in smoothies, but great with a yogurt or to use in baking and stuff like that. I find it fairly easy to grow here, but the trick is, if you want to get some good fruiting, is to not fertilize it too much, but it loves water, lots of water. So one of the things for me is the more unusual plants and being able to try them out. I do have a bigger block here, so there's a lot more of an opportunity to give things a go, like the Bingnet here up behind us, which is similar to a pomegranate, but a bit more fibery, and it just kind of hangs and dangles down. What is it that motivates you to go? What keeps you going? It would have to be the ability to be able to harvest stuff that's not in the supermarkets, to be able to share information and knowledge, particularly with my family. Many people would be familiar with jackfruit, but far fewer would be aware of its cousin, Quaimuk. Yeah.
It's a delicious tree.
Oh, yes.
Lovely.
It's really good. It's like a sweet rhubarb. Yeah, that's quite enticing as someone that comes from Canada. It's hard to grow rhubarb in Brisbane as it gets root rot. So, yeah, it's great to have a tree like this. Part of, I guess, some of the many trees that I like to experiment with. You can see here, Jerry, it's just starting to come out in some flowers for some fruiting. They're quite small, though, fairly insignificant as compared to the good old jackfruit, which is much, much larger.
What have been the challenges in establishing this food forest?
Well, one of the big ones initially was the wind factor. So I planted bamboo to the south. On the west, I've got jackfruit, I've got cherry of the Rio Grande, loquat. These are things that can take wind really well and still produce. My soil is a decomposed granite, which is great when it's a subsoil, but not so great when it's a topsoil. So I had to improve it a lot. So I put a lot of organic matter in there. I use Pinto's peanut as a living ground cover and a lot of chop and drop.
And I love the fact that even the footpaths that we're standing on are low flat composting.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
When I first set it up, particularly, was to use swales. And that really helped to then slow down the water. Also, in those high rainfall events that we get, it makes sure that the roots aren't getting too waterlogged because they're up a bit.
Well, you've got good taste.
Oh, thank you.
Dwarf Ducasse bananas. This is the ideal backyard banana, isn't it?
It is. This was a bit of an experiment. Thought I'd try them in the middle of the food forest, and it's worked really well. They really, really love this location. So they're a lot bigger than in other spots.
And they have a wonderful flavour too.
They do. Sweet, but also with a bit of a kind of a tangy taste. They don't brown when you cut them. Great with drying, freezing, eating out of hand. Nice.
Lovely.
Let me take you through what I have every day, which is my smoothie, and it's all from fruit from my garden. So I'm going to use some oranges. I've got a Davidson's plum that's fallen off from the tree. Some dwarf Ducasse bananas. Ginger's really, really good for your health, and it adds a nice bit of a zing. Some jaboticabas here, but they're not going to be enough, so I'm going to pick some more straight off the tree.
Not food miles, food centimetres.
That's right. Pineapple, picked fresh. And Davidson's plum adds a nice little tart flavor to the smoothie, which helps to counteract all the sweetness.
Colourful too.
It is, yes.
Yo.
Cheers.
Wow, it's a lovely flavour.
I love starting my day with this.
So looking around, how do you feel about what you've achieved?
Really good. It's amazing to have put all this effort in, and then you literally get to harvest the fruits of your labor. That's pretty special.